guys. Today we're going to talk about understanding and identifying bias.
So let's start with the definition of the term bias. Bias is an unfair preference for something or against something.
Bias often happens when we feel so strongly about something we want to persuade others to share our feelings. It's considered to be unfair because it is based on an opinion or generalization, not on solid facts.
Everyone is biased at some point, but it's important to be able to recognize and evaluate bias in our own lives.
Let's take a look at a couple of examples. Cats are not good for anything.
This is an example of bias against cats.
Because I don't like cats. I don't like soccer anymore. Last year I broke my arm playing soccer.
So this is an example of bias against soccer. The person thinks about his or her broken arm when she thinks about soccer, so therefore she's biased against soccer.
I like all sports, but none are as good as football.
This is bias because the speaker favors football.
There are two types of bias. Bias can be intentional, which means on purpose, or unintentional, not on purpose.
So intentional bias is when somebody purposefully influences or expresses their own opinion. This happens when a writer omits facts or important information, leaves them out. They manipulate details, they rely on past experiences, or use propaganda.
Unintentional bias is when someone is unaware of their own feelings and that he or she is influencing others. This may be because he or she does not have all of the facts, or may be due to ignorance.
If someone is not being biased at all, they're just giving you the facts, we call this neutral. Being neutral means you are impartial and you do not express your own opinions.
So how do we identify bias? Well, first we have to analyze the argument. Look for loaded words, first-person pronouns like I, me, my, we, us, our, opinions, and faulty reasoning or holes in the argument. Are there unanswered questions or missing information?
Next, compare bias to your own opinions. How are they similar? How are they different?
If you're still unsure about whether or not something is biased, you need to do further research before making an informed decision.